What up? What up? What up? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Nothing's Off the Table, where nothing's ever truly off the table. I'm your host, Hollywood, and I bring to you yet again another episode. What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. You know what time it is. It's the weekend, so I had to hit y'all with another dose. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into it today. We're gonna talk about some things. Again, another, a suggested episode topic, and we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna start shouting the people out that hook me up with these suggestions. I'm gonna take them on. Not this week, but I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna start shouting y'all out. But anyway, we're gonna get into another episode. Let me hit y'all with my disclaimer, as I always do. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a sociology major. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a doctor. It's like, nah, I'm none of that. But what I am is a person that's been through a lot, whole lot of life experiences, relationship, spiritual, just life. You know what I mean? I want to share that with the world. And if I can impact one, two, three people, if not more, I'm definitely here to do that. And that's what this platform is for. So you know the routine, like and subscribe, send it to 10 different people. My Instagram is YFG Hollywood. I'll repeat it again at the end of the show. So what's today's topic, y'all? What is today's topic? Today's topic is having friends while you're having a relationship and the difficulty you may have with that, with balancing the two, or issues you may have with having it. So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. So one of the things that or one of the obstacles you have when you have a relationship and you have a friendship, a lot of times, especially when you're like, let's say for instance, it's a fresh relationship, sometimes it can be not, I don't want to say jealousy, but sometimes it can, a person can feel like, damn, I wish I had that. So say for instance, a situation where you're in a relationship, you get in a new relationship, you got into it, and you see something that was unexpected come about. Meaning, like your friend being in a relationship, not being in a relationship for a certain amount of time, a long time, whatever the case may be, and then boom, out of nowhere, they meet the one. And sometimes, if you're not in a relationship, or let's say, for instance, you and that friend were on the same journey, sometimes it can be a little bit, you don't want to say envious, but sometimes you're feeling like, damn, I want that too. Um, I can't say I've ever felt that like towards any of my friends, but I definitely have friends and people in my life and family members that I know have felt that way and have expressed that to me. Case in point, why I'm coming to you with this subject. So one of the things you want to do is you kind of want to, and there's something that I harken back to in previous episodes. Sometimes you kind of want to be thankful for the position that you're in, because just because somebody else his love life is going at a different speed doesn't mean that you have to feel like, dang, you want that for yourself. Yes, you want that for yourself, but you want that for yourself at the correct time. So it's no reason to be envious of your friend. What you want to do is focusing on is being the best, probably cheerleader, and be the best positive light that you can possibly be on that situation. Because at the end of the day, that situation and that positive energy is gonna bring, positive karma back to you. So that's one of the things that you don't want to be envious, or you don't want to be even a little, even the slightest bit jealous of the situation. And a lot of times you don't know if that situation is going to last with your friend. You know what I'm saying? It could be a situation that it starts off hot and then it fizzles out. So you also want to be aware of, so that's one of the main reasons why you don't want to be envious, because one, you want to always work, kind of initialize on being the best friend that you can possibly be in their moment. So at their highs and their lows, because at the end of the day, they can be high 1 minute and then it could be low 1 minute. Let's say, for instance, it doesn't work out and then your friend's heartbroken. At that point, you have to circle in on being a friend. You have to circle in on being there for that person. So you don't want to, be envious and this, that, and the third, because that can cause a whole different situation, because your friend could be like, damn, like, you were envious of them and of their relationship. So when it fizzles out, it can make it seem like, damn, you're happy that me and old girl, or me and homeboy, vice versa, have, what I'm saying, not worked out. And that's a different situation. So don't be envious, be happy, be proud. And so, because you want good karma to come back to you anyway. You know what I mean? Same thing if a situation, let's say for instance, you meet somebody after that happened, you don't want them to be envious of you. You don't want them, and you also don't want them to kind of be happy if your situation fizzles out. You know what I'm saying? So don't be envious. Don't be envious or / jealous. That's what we're going to say the first topic is. First point is. Second point, you want to be able to, visualize you having the proper relationship at the proper moment. You know what I mean? You can take solace in your friend finding somebody. You can take certain tips in your friend finding somebody. Not necessarily the route that they went, but you can take positives. So like, I'll give you an example. With me, majority of my homeboys are married, right? Majority of my homeboys have great wives, and they just look at them in a way that, I want a young lady to look at me, right? I want, I don't necessarily want what they have, but because I know what they have and I know the type of energy I bring, and these brothers are very influential in my life and to the man I am, and I'm the same vice versa, I know that I'm not going to settle. So I'm never going to settle for something because I know what I can have, because my brothers have it. These are the brothers I've been around my life, and they are great young black men, and so am I. So I know what I possess, I know what I bring to the table, so I won't shortchange myself. And they give me the confidence in order for me to be like that. In order for me to not just take any old woman or settle for any old thing. So take solace and get strength from the people around you that are in relationships, that are in healthy relationships. Get used to that. You wrap your mind around that, because if you manifest that and you wrap your mind around it, it's going to manifest into something beautiful for you. And you're going to find the person that meshes with you that good, that well. You know what I mean? So you want to take solace and strength from other people, from the people around you. You can't, I feel like, if you want to be a great basketball player, a better basketball player, you want to go to the park. You want to go to the basketball court. You want to be on the court all the time. You want to be around the atmosphere. It's just like that if you're doing anything. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get great at public speaking, you have to go to places where public speaking is being held. If you want to be in good relationships and manifest great relationships, especially if, let's say, for instance, that wasn't what you were around growing up. Let's say, for instance, your parents, you're from a broken home. You want to constantly be around relationships and that energy that is positive. It is also like, you want to be around in that atmosphere, so that way, when you get to it, there's certain things that you may see in your friend's relationship that will help you in yours, or vice versa. Or you may see things that maybe you don't think that that won't work for you. So that way you can implement, the opposite in your next relationship or your future relationship, So that's the second thing. Gain strength in, the people around you, and take things from these positive relationships and positive interactions around you, because it's only for the good. It's only going to work out for the good for you. And also take the bad, because you can do the opposite, and perfect what works for you. The third thing I will say is, never give up hope. I'm very optimistic about love. I'm very optimistic about relationships. I had a failed engagement. I was with the young lady for 10 years. So even after that, I was still optimistic. I'm still optimistic about finding the woman of my dreams, or the woman of my dreams finding me. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. So what you want to do is you want to be optimistic. You don't want to, and that's one of the reasons why part I say, and one, you don't want to be envious of your friend or jealous of your friend. You want to allow your friends always the air and the movement to make mistakes or make a great decision. So that's why I want to say you want to be optimistic for your friend. Be optimistic for your friend, because you don't, of course, we all want great things for our friend. And that's under any circumstances. So if your friend is getting into a situation or a relationship that, you see they're excited about, or that they are, just welcoming that energy, be happy for them. Try to get on the same wavelength, no matter where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, it's just going to be good karma coming back to you. But the reason why you want to do that first and foremost is because, God forbid, if that person they're dating is a douchebag or is a fuck girl, yeah, that's my new word for y'all. It's a fuck girl. You want to be in a situation where you can kind of intercept it, but you don't intercept it in a manner that is, gonna destroy them, or going to destroy your friend. You want to be able to say it to them, and you want to let them know and allow them to know that you're not hating. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want them to think that you're hating. You just want to know it's from a pure place. The only way they can know that is if you're in a pure place, no matter what situation they're in. If they're in a situation with somebody where they're happy, be happy for them, but also be like, yo, I seen this, that, and the third. I don't want you to jump the gun, but here's what I seen, point blank. Don't make an emotional decision. Don't make a judgment at all. Just say what you seen, and that's it. If that's the situation. Now, if also hold your friend accountable. If they're in a situation you with a good man or a good woman, and they're acting out of character and they're doing something that might be detrimental to that situation, be there. Say what it is. You know what I mean? Don't be hesitant to, check your homegirl or check your homeboy. I'm not like that. With my homeboys, we are very transparent with each other. So we're the type of brothers that if I'm in a relationship and I'm doing something wrong, or I'm talking to a woman and I'm doing something wrong, we check each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, particularly me and my homeboy Rico, we are what we call each other's safeguards. This is a pact me and my homeboy made years ago, right? And we made this pact in the midst of us both being in coming out of failed engagements and failed relationships, and us trying to find ourselves by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Rico is my longest friend. So what happened was, in that process, we both were dealing with the same thing. We both were in the dating scene. We both used to laugh and joke and basically confide in each other about the trashness of dating at the times, at a lot of times, and then the good things about dating at a lot of times. So we built rapport with each other. So what we did was we created a safe space and created a guard for each other, meaning that if I'm out of line or I'm out of pocket in a situation, when I'm talking to a girl, I'm dating a girl, whatever the case may be, he checks me on it, no matter what. You know what I mean? No matter whether I like it, no matter whether I think I'm right, or whatever the case may be, he gives me his God honest opinion on it, and I do the same vice versa. And we do that a lot with each other in lives. I got a bunch of brothers, like 7 of them, that, I can confide in about anything. I have 7 cheat codes. I have a cheat code to life in every single aspect. You know what I'm saying? But in one of those aspects, it has to be dating. So I don't make the same mistakes that I did before, and I don't allow my friends to make the same mistakes. So that's why you want to get a gauge, and you always want to be optimistic about any situation that your friend is in. You don't want to be a negative, a negative Nancy about those situations. So that's what you want to do. So the first one is don't be envious. Second one is basically strength in numbers. Like, so strengthen yourself in the good relationships that you see around you. Also take what you see negative in certain those same relationships. So if there's gonna be good and bad in every relationship. That's just how relationships are, whether it be friendship, whether it be your relationship with your child, whether it be relationship with your significant other. You want to be in the situation, in the space where, you can take both. The third thing is, you know, be there and be optimistic for your friend no matter what. Be there for your friend no matter what. You want to do that because there's strength in numbers, right? Like I said in the second one, there's strength in numbers. So there's strength in you and your friends to being together no matter what. Because if it goes right with your friend, you're gonna be there at the wedding. If it goes wrong with your friend's gonna be one. Your friend's gonna have to stay the night of your house. You know what I'm saying? You want to be there for your friend to confide in you no matter what, because they say that it takes a village to raise a child. I feel like it takes a village of great relationships to help build another great relationship. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't hear me though. I'm gonna run that back for y'all. They say it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village of great relationships in order to help build and strengthen another great relationships. So 9 times out of 10, what that means is the relationship, if you have a group of friends that like myself that are all married, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna take couples vacations. You're gonna go on couples retreats. You're gonna be around good energy. You're gonna take certain tips and things like that for marriages. So I'll give you an example. I'm gonna shout them out. I got both, and I don't want none of my friends to feel some type of way. So I'm gonna talk about 2 married relationships that I think highly of. The first one is, of course, my boy Hugh and my his wife Nicole. The other one is my boy Fabrice and his wife Sandy. They are 2 probably the most beautiful relationships I've ever seen in my life. The reason why is because in both relationships, they love each other in 2 totally different ways. I see certain things from Sandy and Fabrice that I'm like, damn, I love that about them. And I also see things from Wayne and Hugh and Nicole that I'm like, damn, I love that about them. But it's 2 in totally different lanes. But 2 things that I see them both do that are totally identical. They start with, they begin with God first, and then their bond is secondary right after that. So they begin with God, and they always go next with their bond. So they're best friends in both relationships. Not best friends more than me, but it's like not play. Their wives are their best friends. So that's something that automatically I see. Anytime there have been many times where I've seen Hugh and Nicole go through different things, and the first thing they do is they start with prayer. I know it's the same thing for Fabrice and Sandy, because they are God-fearing. Fabrice is a God-fearing man, same like Hugh, and Sandy is a God-fearing woman, just like Nicole. So those are probably 2 positive things that I take from there, and that's what makes me optimistic about having a wife in the future, and having more kids in the future and stuff like that. So take those things. Don't always look at things just because you break up with somebody or whatever the case may be, and you see your friend, who maybe broke up with somebody at the same time, and they're prospering and they're right back into a situation and they're in a positive situation. Don't think that you're going to get left behind. Know that your time is going to come too. So, and believe when it comes, it's going to be the perfect time. So that's all I got for y'all this week, man. I think it was a good episode. So I appreciate y'all time. I appreciate the love. Definitely like and subscribe. Send to 10 different people. Put 10 different people on. I don't do this for my health. I tell y'all this every week. But definitely like and subscribe. The link to my YouTube channel. It's going to be on my Instagram. And if you have any comments, you want to message me, DM me, whatever the case may be, leave them below, or even message me on Instagram. My Instagram is YFG Hollywood. Definitely like and subscribe. Send it 10 different people. Put 10 different people on. And yo, I love y'all, man. I might not be back next week for episode because I have some medical things that I have to take care of. It's nothing deep. It's nothing deep. Just some medical things I have to take care of. So I might not be able to give y'all an episode next week. I'm gonna try the week after, but definitely keep me in y'all prayers, y'all, and I'll keep y'all in my prayers. And if y'all have anything that y'all want to talk to me about, just, to kind of get a gauge, if I can help you, in any type of way, hit me up, DM me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put you on blast if you don't want me to, and it'll stay between us. Holla at me. I love y'all. One.